What's going on, everyone? It's Green09 back here once again with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. Let's jump straight into the game today. We have sTyLe, which is Dirty Dutch, and eXs.Pulse. Yes, it's about time we saw Eclipse again, which is obviously his eXs.Pulse alias there. In a Blackhand mirror on Rift, we also have two observers, Steve Nash. Oh, he always loves the shout-outs, doesn't he? And Kimo Sabi, who did feature in my previous VOD. Head on over and check that one out if you haven't seen it yet. So it's Dirty Dutch versus Eclipse. We are on Rift, and yes, like I said, I've been looking forward to seeing more games from Eclipse. He does have the expert badge now, and this one was played a few days ago, but Dirty Dutch only uploaded it today. Let's jump in. Here's the green black hand on the right hand side of Tournament Rift, and if we jump across here, we can see that Eclipse has drawn blue black hand. Oh man, black hand mirror, what are we expecting? Either tons of bikes or tons of scorpions? Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's have a look how many engineers are going to go for. This will be interesting. Is someone going to go for the bottom spikes? I mean, they both have black hand, flame upgrade. I think it'd be very risky for someone to go to the bottom spikes, but it looks like Dirty Dutch, this may be a second. Yes, it is a second engineer, and he's just going for, no, he's going for a third. No, that's building a little bit too quickly. Maybe, no, is he going for a third engineer? No, that's a Cabal squad. He drafts 3 Cabal squads there, so he's got a lot of force out on the map. And Eclipse is also going for 2. He's going to booby trap that building. That's very nice. Going to booby trap the building, stop enemy scouts from getting in there and burning it down. And look at that, Dirty Dutch putting the stealth suitcase. You cannot see the suitcase, it is stealth. Even with stealth detection, I'm not even quite sure. I've never actually tested whether you can reveal the booby trap. I mean, you cannot remove those from the structures. The only way to remove it is to garrison something and let them die. It does not destroy the garrison though, it just clears the garrison. It does destroy tech structures if they booby trap the tech structure. A lot of people will booby trap the bottom spikes. It's kind of coming quite common there. It prevents the enemy from capturing them. Only costs $100, and if your enemy does try to capture them, they're going to lose $500 because their engineer is going to die and the spike will be destroyed. As a oh geez, I hope everyone just didn't hear that happen. That was my phone. Oh geez. Anyway, let's keep on going with this game here. Looks like Dirty Dutch is going to make it across the center of the map, and he's going to come down here and put my phone down, trying to read text messages and play at the same time. He's going to go for that garrison. Oh man, is he going to put both of his squads in here and lose both of them? And one of the squads it kills both of them. Oh, that is bad. Bad luck, Dirty Dutch. And Eclipse is just like, epic win. He did lose a scouting squad down the center there though, because Dirty Dutch's forces were damaged, but he does have a scout going through, and he has a look what Dirty Dutch is up to. There is one bike out and one buggy. What's Dirty Dutch doing? He's got a buggy and he's going for bikes at the same time. Maybe he's sending the buggy down to throw Eclipse off. Eclipse can probably saw that he was expanding. He's pulling the buggy back to base now, going for some repairs. He has 3 harvesters, and he's going for bikes now as well, except his bikes are a little bit later, although he seems to have more. Oh, there's 3 harvesters here from Dirty Dutch, didn't see that. And it looks like the spikes have been captured. Did anyone booby trap their spikes? I can't see any suitcase down there, so it doesn't look like it. So it looks like no one decided to booby trap the bottom spikes there. And it looks like Eclipse has taken his own garrison here, and he's going to prevent that scout there. Well, not really prevent it, but ward it away. The Cabal squads actually can do quite a lot of damage to vehicles if they're allowed to have the time. Anyway, we have this black force coming across here by Eclipse, and it looks like Dirty Dutch has basically mirrored it, whereas some of his forces are missing. He's got 4 bikes here, or maybe that is his force. What's happening over here? There's the buggy from Dirty Dutch, but he's going to come up against Eclipse's bikes here. Eclipse snipes one's down, but Dirty Dutch snipes one down as well. 4th harvester comes out. I don't think Eclipse is going to get a harvester here. Dirty Dutch is just going to sack his bikes to defend his own base. It's going to come down to micro bikes cannot withstand a lot of punishment. And bike v bike gets very messy. Second war factory here for Dirty Dutch, and look at that, Eclipse is actually going to take a swing at that power plant. That's just problematic here for Dirty Dutch, because he's got to pay to repair that, or he just sells it straight up, so he's going to be low on power. He's only got 1 power plant, so that's going to hurt, and the bikes are smashing together here now, and this gets really messy. Oh man, bikes v bikes, and it looks like Dirty Dutch is going to get away with 3 bikes. Oh man, just managing to tank a little bit of that rocket damage there. And is he going to get a shot off on Eclipse? He does get a shot off, and here we go. It doesn't look like Eclipse has enough now to destroy the remaining, or any harvesters at all. He should just try to clean up some of the bikes. No, trying to take a harvester down. That was bad. Eclipse loses his force. Both sides trade a lot of bikes. Dirty Dutch still has a buggy in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 harvesters here for Eclipse, but he has 1 on his expansion, and oh no, he's got 2 on his expansion. He's pulling 1 from the main. Still has 5 there, so he did build another one. Going for Scorpion tanks now. A lot of people like to do bikes at the start and then try to transition to Scorpion tanks, because it will beat mass bikes in the long run. Depending on the positioning, I mean, it's easy to defend your base with rockets, which what Eclipse is doing. He might go for Scorp tank spam with rocket defense. Rockets prevent the bikes from attacking. Here we go, look at that. He's already got a big line of rockets here. He needs to watch out. The Harvester's actually going back to his main, and he does correct it. There we go. That's why he's got an expert badge. And anyway, Dirty Dutch taking that garrison down, not quite leveling it, but getting the scouts out nonetheless, and he will be able to clean those up. Doesn't look like Eclipse is going to get a kill there. No, not a kill indeed. And Dirty Dutch now has an expansion up. He's pulling another Harvester down. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on his main, and he's got 2 on his expansion now. Eclipse, exactly the same. So he's going for infantry upgrades. Oh, I don't know. He's going a lot of infantry, isn't he? It's not common. I mean, Blackhand mass infing each other. That gets very messy. Very messy indeed. What's happening down here? Looks like Dirty Dutch is going to level Eclipse's spike. He's paying to repair that. If you're going to pay to repair it, you need to save it, but he doesn't know he's going to be able to save it, so really he's just wasting money repairing it. I think it's going to really drain its 10 credit a second on repairs here. Probably doesn't take that much amount of money to repair. I would like for someone to find that out. How much does it cost to repair a Tiberium spike per second compared to its income? So does the 10 credit a second actually count for it towards its repairs or what? Someone go test that out for me. And we'll see what happens there. Anyway, Dirty Dutch is going to clean up the second spike, and this is a problem here for Eclipse because he's going to be, oh no, he's not, he's going to save that. It's going to be nice. I was going to say, because if Dirty Dutch has 2 spikes and Eclipse doesn't have any, he's going to really feel that, and Eclipse is not going to feel that at all because he doesn't have them. But still, yeah, being 2 spikes up on an opponent, that's great. That's great. I mean, they're only 10 credit a second. A lot of people would like spikes to be worth a little bit more, like 10 credit a second. It's hardly worth the risk in maps like Tournament Dust Bowl where you really go head to head for the spikes. But I mean, really, if they were 15 cred, 20 cred, I mean, they used to be 25 cred, and they just kept on pulling them down further and further and further. But you know what? That's a discussion for another day. What do you think spikes should have been? I think they should have been a little bit more because, you know, 10 credit a second, the risk you take to get those is astronomical on some maps. And that can really hurt you. Anyway, it looks like Eclipse has a few Scorpion tanks to defend here with his rockets, and I don't think Dirty Dutch is going to get in. He's going to be repelled. His forces are really spread out, aren't they? They're spread out all over the place. No Dozer Blades. What's Eclipse got for Dozer Blades? Sending a Buggy Scout down there. He's got a tech center, and he's almost done Dozer Blades. Dirty Dutch, however, let's see what he's got. He doesn't have a tech center, and his Dozer Blades are going to be a little bit behind, a little bit delayed. Looks like that Buggy Scout gets cleaned up. And it looks like Dirty Dutch is going to go for the infantry defense as well. And he places a tech center. This is really weird. He's actually going for an upgrade, probably charged particle beam. Or maybe Tib Core. He's still got some bikes going around. And a second MCV comes out. I think it's probably going to be charged particle. He's got a dual MCV here. And he's going to go for some base pushing fun. Oh no. Oh man. Catalyst. I don't know how many that took out there. It didn't get a ref. He must have just dropped it to target harvesters. There's 3 harvesters there. I'm not sure how effective that was for Eclipse. That didn't appear that effective at all. He's actually going for purifiers now. These are really powerful if you can get their numbers up. And a lot of Blackhand players have been rushing down the tech tree to get their tech. I mean, Blackhand tech isn't the greatest in the world. I mean, they don't really have a lot of the stealth options that Nod get with their tech center. They're more going for it for their tier 4 or their Redeemer. And here comes the Redeemer engineering facility for Eclipse. And oh man, hits him back and even gets a Tib Chem plant. Looks like I did not realize that the Tib Chem plant. Oh no, he's going to double one click him. Oh, that's got to hurt. That has got to hurt. 2 harvesters, 3 harvesters, 1 harvester manages to survive there. That's going to hurt Eclipse. And Eclipse, he really deserved that because he kind of hit Dirty Dutch, didn't quite finish him. But the Tib Chem plant is actually destroyed with a catalyst. So that is massive. I did not realize that happened. Of course, I'm not a one-clicker or a Nod player, so not into those support powers whatsoever. Looks like Eclipse is going to move out here. He's got an MCV. Is that a second MCV? He does have a second MCV. Oh man, both sides have 2 MCVs, and Dirty Dutch is going to get to the center first, and he's going to deploy. Is he going to be queuing Obelisk straight away? He's not queuing anything. There we go, starting to queue Obelisk, but he's got no money. Oh, look how slowly that's building. He has got no money. His economy is in better shape than Eclipse. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 there. He's got 2 there. He could send those 2 harvesters to the expansion down here. Not the expansion, the blue field. Try to leech some of that. Eclipse is pushing on this field. He doesn't really have enough. His MCV is making its way over here. A second Obelisk. No, it's not going to be an Obelisk. It's going to be charged particle beam. Shredder turrets over here with Scorpion tanks. And this is going to get very messy indeed. I'm not sure. Both sides are going to obviously... this could be the win or the loss here. I mean, Eclipse is moving, and he's moving very close. And look at that, Dirty Dutch is actually deploying his Obelisk back further. I don't know about that. I mean, he obviously wants to establish a defensive line back here, not too close to where Eclipse is. And my phone is just going off again. Hope no one heard that again. And looks like the Purifier here, there's going to be, that could rush in and flame some of these structures here. This is going to get very messy indeed. Oh man, how many times have I said that? a lot. Look at the shredder turrets here. Infantry coming in here for Dirty Dutch. There are no upgrades on Dirty Dutch's infantry. He doesn't have the Black Disciple squads, and Obelisks coming up on both sides. He needs to get rid of that Purifier. Almost done. Scorpion tanks coming in for a crush here, and that's going to help him out. But really, no one has any kind of economy down here, and their economy is really shot. I mean, look at that. All the destroyed Tiberium is causing problems for the harvesters. They're not picking up full loads before they return. At least half of them anyway. Dirty Dutch may be able to secure this area because he has Obelisks, where it's only shredder turret spam here for Eclipse, and he doesn't have the upgrade. That's going to hurt him a lot. No upgrade there. Dirty Dutch still pumping 5 and 2 down here. There's another harvester over here. Has he gone? He's got 2 harvesters still here. He could have gone and leached the main field over here, the blue field, and he got himself some much deserved money here. And the Purifier has been recovered by Eclipse. Nice work there. Another Obelisk coming out. Oh, dual Obelisk. No, that is Eclipse's Obelisk there, so it's 1v1. And it looks like Dirty Dutch is going to lose his Obelisk first. And Supercharged Particle Beam is done for Eclipse here. Maybe he's going to be able to secure this main field. Oh, the Redeemer is out. Eclipse has his Redeemer here, and he's got a War Factory. Dirty Dutch, I think he's going to lose his grip on the middle of the map. He does not have a Redeem. He's got nothing to counter that. I mean, he can Obelisk spam, but he's really got to put them back here, and there's a Flame unit inside the Redeemer, and that Purifier is still flaming as well. He hasn't quite finished it off, and that Flame is going to help him drop the MCV really quickly. Dirty Dutch is definitely going to be pushed out of this area. And just about to go down. Will he sell up? No, he lets it go down. He probably wouldn't have got much money for it either. Anyway, and that last Obelisk, there is no build ground control here or build radius. And I stopped talking for a second there. Oh no, it looks like Dirty Dutch has been pushed out of the center. So what now for Dirty Dutch? I mean, Eclipse has no harvesters over here. He's got no economy. He still managed to clean his field up pretty quickly, far out. He had a lot of green tib over here before, and it's all gone. Dirty Dutch has not managed to do it. Going for his Redeemer. He's down to 1 Conyard. What's he going to do? Maybe some tib core bikes, harass the harvesters, and get in and destroy something. Eclipse still doesn't have a ref down here. He says he's still got dual Conyard. He's still got dual Conyard. Looks like he's trying to build 2 refineries at once, and if he doesn't have the money for that, it's actually going to take him longer to drop both of those. Looks like the Redeemer now is making its way across the map. Dirty Dutch should have... No, he's going for Scorpion tanks. I'm not sure how useful they're going to be at this stage in the game. They probably will be overwhelmed quite easily. His Redeemer is almost out, so he's probably going to be able to defend it out against Eclipse's Redeemer, who's just sending it straight down the guts. Oh man, Eclipse. He's sending it straight down the guts, obviously for a run-in. I mean, it doesn't matter too much with epic units like this. They can just run them in. It's not the worst thing in the world if they lose. It looks like Emp Buggy is coming through as well now for Eclipse, so he's planning to counter an enemy Redeemer, and he should be... that's good game sense there. 2 refineries over here. I'm not sure how Dutch is going to be able to contend with this kind of economy. His economy is going to be so severely depleted. I mean, he's got no expansion, and he's not even getting the blue field here. So he's not really getting any money. Emp Buggy goes off. I'm not sure why Dirty Dutch is not targeting the Emp Buggy first, because he can destroy that in basically 1 shot, whereas the Redeemer is going to be able to tank a ton of damage here. Still doesn't drop that Emp Buggy there. And no, he's still targeting the Redeemer. He could easily target that Emp Buggy. Looks like the enemy Redeemer is coming over here, so Dirty Dutch is moving in, and this Eclipse is now going to pay for it. He didn't cause that much damage. Definitely not worth the Redeemer's cost here. He's going to be caught out. He's not going to escape. He may try to rage gen. He's getting fired out from the rear armor. No reverse move, so it's as good as dead. He sent it out there with no support, and with the player as good as Dirty Dutch, he's just going to get punished. And there we go, taking the Redeemer out. So Dirty Dutch needs to launch an attack now. Eclipse does have another Tib Chem plant over here. Maybe going for a catalyst. Not a catalyst, a Tib Vein. Tib Vapor Bomb, that should I say. Finally, Dirty Dutch has figured out that he needs to go and leech that area here. He does have 2 spikes funding him. Eclipse has just 1, and he's going to move into the field. He needs to watch out. He's going to get hit by a Tib Vein if he moves over there. Low power for Eclipse. No support powers until he gets those back online. And there goes a catalyst, but that was from Dirty Dutch. Dirty Dutch fires a catalyst, and I wouldn't be surprised if a Tib Vein goes off here. Eclipse does need $4,000 to cast that ability, and I don't know if he's got the money. Here come the Emp Buggies. Oh, those Scorpion tanks need to get out of the field and target the Emp Buggies, and none of the Emp goes off. Oh, Eclipse needs to... Oh, he needs to set the Emp off. He's got the Emp Buggies in there. He didn't set any of the Emp off. He finally sets it off now, but he gets hardly anything. He could have amped basically everything. He had a chain link of Emp Buggies in there, and he just couldn't get in. And there's a lot of Obelisks here, but it looks like Dirty Dutch is going to push his way in anyway. He needs to destroy that Harvester. There is a Spectre there as well, so Eclipse trying everything here to hang on and selling off his Tib Chem plant, so there will be no Tib Vein here. I wouldn't be surprised if Dirty Dutch, with that blue Tib, decides to set off a Tib Vein here. And it's alright, because they both have 1 clicks and they've both been using them, so that's fine. And it looks like that artillery there will go down now. Probably not in the best position here, to be way back here a little bit. And the Redeemer coming now. Eclipse is in all sorts of trouble. He doesn't seem to have the defense here. Oh man, I don't know how Dirty Dutch has managed to push his way in here. He has managed to push his way in here, and that Conyard is in serious danger of going down. Will he take it down? Another obelisk being placed behind structures, but sold it off. That was probably not the best idea in the world. And that Redeemer is just going to run through. It looks like everything's been cleared. There's only a few Scorpion tanks left here. And I don't think he's going to be able to get the Cognac because there's too many obelisks popping up all over the place. And the Redeemer is going to try to make an escape here. Dirty Dutch is going to try and save it here. And double dropping power plants to get the infantry squads out. That's going to cause damage to the rear armor of the Redeemer here. It is veteran. It has gone up in rank, and Eclipse is going to let that one go, deciding, no, it's not worth it. But his economy has been just trashed. His base in the center, although he managed to hang on here, it's just in ruins, isn't it? He's only got one harvester down here. He's trying to reharvest his main. That's good management there. 2 harvesters on there. He's keeping this field here dry. He's even got harvesters picking that up. Dirty Dutch has managed to leech half the main blue field here, and he's even dropped, that might have been a seed Tiberium support power there, because I don't think it would have grown like that. MCV is on the move. That is his only MCV. So he hasn't re-MCV'd to get 2, the same as Eclipse. Has Eclipse sold one of his off? No, he's still got one here. Oh, look at that. The Redeemer needs to destroy that Ent Buggy right now. Oh, no. Rage Gen goes off, but he doesn't get anything. And now he's going to pay for sending his Redeemer in alone because Eclipse is too good for it. And he's just going to keep that in. And that is going to punish Dirty Dutch there, just like Eclipse was punished. And this MCV needs to be careful. There's actually not very many rockets here, but they've got a lot of flame. They have a lot of flame. And he needs some shredder turrets down here right now. He's just going to try and crush all these infantry units here. The Scorpion tanks are going down. The charged particle beam is just causing too much damage, especially to the rear arm of those Scorpion tanks. They are definitely going to go down now. More Scorp tanks coming in, but being wasted on infantry squads not the best use of their ability here. And there's the shredder turrets, but Dirty Dutch needs money. He's still leeching the blue. You can see it slowly being whittled down. He's even getting this area here. He's actually pumping out mass cabals, and he does not have his flame upgrade for them, and he's been using them a fair bit this game. There's some heroic rockets over here, and obelisk drop over here for Eclipse. The Redeemer, by the way, has all but been evaporated. I mean, there was really no point watching that because Eclipse was never going to let it go. And he does manage to destroy that. He could sell off one of his refs down here. He doesn't need 2. If he sold that ref off, he could probably harvest that Tiberium because it's too close to the building to harvest. A little bit of a glitch there. Meanwhile, Eclipse, he's really shot, isn't he? He doesn't have a Redeem engineering facility. He doesn't even have a war factory by the looks of it. He does have a war factory over here, but he just doesn't have economy. Looks like Dirty Dutch is rushing to his Redeem, but he doesn't have enough money for it. He's got Spectres coming out. Spectre artillery, here we go. He's going to be able to bombard Eclipse from a distance. He needs a couple more, though. I'd want at least 3. 3 is a good number. 4 is better. But, I mean, you can do it with 2, but with just 1, it's just, yeah, it just doesn't have enough power. And here come the mass Emp buggies. Oh, man, they could just Emp the Conyard and Emp the Redeem Engineering Facility and just delay everything. There's nothing to destroy these Emp buggies here. There's an obelisk up here. Looks like Dirty Dutch is going to move up to the top of the map here. He needs to be careful with his Spectres. He doesn't really want to lose those. And just chilling out near that one obelisk. He does have another defense queue. It could be a second obelisk. He's going to want to spread that out. And here comes the artillery now. He wants to get the artillery firing as soon as possible, really. I mean, just delaying with it is not good at all. He's actually splitting his fire up, firing at harvesters and buildings. You really want to fire at structures because structures can't move. And here's going to be the Tib Vein. So even though he's building a Redeemer, he still has enough money for a Tib Vein. And that's going to hurt Eclipse as well. So a lot of one clips going off from both sides in this match here. Dirty Dutch, though, is in a good position. He's actually destroying a lot of the Tiberium. Look at all the Tiberium that just got destroyed there with the Tib Vein and the artillery. Yes, Tiberium does have health, and it will go down, and the Redeemer is out again by Eclipse and Dirty Dutch, so he's got his back here. Didn't even see that over here. The artillery, though, is going to help Dirty Dutch immensely. He's got a base head here. He's got units up there. Not sure why they're chilling out there. He's got the obelisk for defense here, and he's got 5 Spectre artilleries, and that is going to cause big problems. And it looks like Eclipse's Redeemer is going to be doing the moonwalk here. Look at that, it's stuck. Oh man, I'm not sure if that's intentional or what. No, there we go, it's moving, and I'm not sure what. It was stuck on a Black Hand squad. You can see there was a dead Black Hand squad. So the thing is, a lot of your own vehicles won't push through your friendly infantry. And as you can see, the Redeemer was trying to push through it and it couldn't. And Emp buggies go off here by Eclipse, emptying the Redeemer. That's nice, but he's under such severe artillery fire. He needs to do something about it. There are 5 Spectre artilleries over here, and they are smashing the Redeemer. Looks like Dirty Dutch may lose his Redeemer. No, he's going to escape just, but he needs to move out of that artillery line. Oh, Eclipse, you should have moved your Redeemer a little bit sooner there. He got hit by so much artillery when it could have dodged that. And it looks like, these Emp buggies have been left behind as well, and they're going to be destroyed. There's actually 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 Spectre artilleries here, and Eclipse has gone down with that. Oh, man. That was a very nice recovery by Dirty Dutch, considering he lost that big field. Then lost his MCV, lost ground radius. then launched a massive attack against it, crippled Eclipse, and then came back and followed it up with his own MCV. That was very nice indeed there. So 18 minutes 55 seconds here for Dirty Dutch and eXs.Pulse, aka Eclipse. Let's have a look at the resources. 162,133 to Dirty Dutch compared to 146,768 to Eclipse. So it looks like Dirty Dutch got more. He got 10, he got 14, $16,000 more in an 18-minute game. That is a slight advantage. I mean, it's not going to matter too much if you look at the resource graph. Dirty Dutch is actually ahead significantly for this area of the game. His one clicks may have caused more damage than Eclipse. Eclipse really kind of missed his mark with his one clicks there, and you can see that he dipped down here. Dirty Dutch got ahead, but then when Eclipse secured the middle field, he drew it back even, but Dirty Dutch stole the blue tip, and he really should have done that a little bit sooner, and that allowed him to leap ahead there. We have structures. That's obviously wrong. It can't be 0 structures there. The structures tab is kind of bugged out. The defenses and stuff screw with it a little bit. Units up and down. Whoa, Dirty Dutch, he lost a lot of units right there. He lost a lot of units at the 9-minute mark. There was a massive defeat there for Dirty Dutch. That may have been where he lost the middle field, and then he kind of came back. And look at that. Look at it. That was probably just mainly infantry forces he was training there at the 15-minute mark, and managed to get himself back. But yeah, that was a nice steal from the middle field there for Dirty Dutch to come back after losing ground control there, then managing to launch an incredibly effective attack to cripple Eclipse, and then returned with his MCV and Spectre artillery. Spectre artillery is with base defenses around them, very, very tough, and a lot of players don't realize how good that is. They're just like, nah, I can't be bothered with artillery, but it's just so strategical. You really, and I mean, Rift isn't the best artillery map, but you know, in situations like that, you just saw what happened. Eclipse got demolished. He had no answer to the Spectre artillery there, and he lost that field there. A little bit too much relying on Redeemers there, but both of them were punished for sitting it out by themselves. What do we have here? Militant Rocket Squad favourite for Eclipse. Scorpion Tank favourite for Dirty Dutch. There was no Black Hand upgrade for Dirty Dutch, not that I saw. He may have got it right at the end, I'm not quite sure. Kill death ratio 1.24 to Dirty Dutch, 0.73 to Eclipse. Obviously he went for more infantry, so he's going to be a little bit down on that. But really, Eclipse had his chance to win that game. He took his time securing the middle field there, and I think he just got a bit greedy with his Redeemer there, and maybe needed to do some more hit and run attacks. That was a very frontal assault game there. I like Eclipse when he was bringing out the Spectres, but he just lost them early on and then just abandoned that, and Dirty Dutch managed to come back. So that was a very good game. The units killed 252 to Dirty Dutch, 197 to eXs.Pulse. So again, infantry forces on Eclipse's side going to take more heavy losses there, and that's going to be bad. Structures lost 82 to Dirty Dutch, so he lost a ton more, especially when he got pushed out of the center. But that was a very nice match. Very good match. If you really enjoyed that match, head on over, download the replay. It will be the link in the description. If you're watching it from YouTube, head on over to GameReplays.org. There will be a link in the description to the videos tab. Anyway, I'm Green Zero. I hope you enjoyed that VOD, and I will see you all next time.